The moment she proclaimed his worth surpassed mine, I didn't erupt in rage, shed tears, or even twitch. I stood motionless, staring at the woman who once confided her deepest aspirations to me under the cover of darkness. Now she championed a man whose grins lingered too long when I wasn't looking. When she demanded, "Apologize to him or we're done," a quiet settled within me, as if a tempest had suddenly ceased. 3 years of marriage, 6 years of intertwined lives. We'd woven our existence like a symphony, wild in its stanzas yet balanced in its chorus. Her laughter once felt genuine, and I trusted it. Then he appeared, her supposed best friend, the kind whose hugs clung a moment too long, whose gaze followed her lips as she spoke. Initially, I held my silence. I refused to play the part of the envious husband, but respect has a distinct essence, and his presence carried the stench of crossed lines. It wasn't one blatant act, but a gradual hemorrhage of countless tiny cuts. The laptop slammed shut to hide late-night chats, messages declaring, "You're my sanctuary forever." The phone's passcode altered without reason. The matching bracelets I never thought to question. The hotel bill she brushed off as a mistake. I never challenged her. Instead, I collected the hurt, storing it like a bitter elixir, easier to bear when labeled. The breaking point came during a clash. I confronted him and he sneered, his face a silent jeer. "She's already picked me." And she had, without a hint of hesitation. She stood by his side. That night, I left. I abandoned the house, the keys, the life I'd poured my heart into constructing. Silence became my weapon. For 4 days, I wielded it mercilessly. She called, texted, wept outside my apartment door. I gave no response. Silence unsettles, and desperation spawns mistakes. I started investigating. An old friend at her bank disclosed she'd opened a covert account 6 months earlier, funneling $18,000. She'd been planning her exit, oblivious that I'd be the one to walk away first. I bided my time, observing as she spun stories to mutual acquaintances, painting me as deranged and suspicious. I let them misjudge me, and in their error I found my advantage. His name was Jason, a real estate agent by trade, a viper by disposition. I'd encountered him years ago during a property transaction. He tried to undermine me, falsifying documents that cost me a fortune. I reported him and his license was stripped. He never knew I was his downfall. Now he was in my home eating my meals, touching my wife. This wasn't just infidelity. It was an old debt left unpaid. My first step was gathering leverage. Her hidden account was childishly simple to breach. Her password, Melody04, was as predictable as ever. I took snapshots of the transactions, saved their messages, and compiled everything into a digital file I named Loyalty. Next, I focused on Jason. A contact in property law revealed 2 of his recent deals skirted fraud. I anonymously alerted the state board, posing as a potential client. I lured him into sending doctored listings, recording every incriminating syllable. Those recordings went directly to his victims. Then I turned to her. By the 4th day, she was unraveling, begging outside my door. I let her in, listened to her tearful apologies, and even held her hand, assuring her I forgave her. Then I handed her the file. She flipped through the evidence. Screenshots, transfers, messages, and her face drained of color. I told her I wouldn't ruin her, but only if she left quietly. No alimony, no demands, just the stark truth. Her silence spoke louder than any admission. She departed without a sound. The final scene was the showdown. Jason called, spewing threats and vitriol. I agreed to meet at a diner, a neutral ground. He arrived oozing confidence. I came armed with composure. I slid a flash drive across the table loaded with proof of 12 victims, fraudulent deals, and forged signatures. "You'll be lucky to sell trinkets on the street when this is done," I said. He paled. I leaned in. "She was never yours, by the way. You were just the match she used to set herself ablaze." Then I walked away, never looking back. 6 months have passed. She's staying with her sister now. Jason's license is revoked again, and rumor has it they've cut ties. People ask why I stay so calm, why I don't simmer with resentment. But revenge isn't fueled by anger. It's crafted in lucidity. That lucidity emerged the instant she said he meant more. She was right in a sense. He was more to her, but to me he was nothing.